for someone to hurt someone that they love, that is where you have to go into what is your intention? Why are you why are we together? You know, are you, every time you don't get your way, are you going to cause destruction and drama and all these problems specifically because you don't get what you want? And then that comes to asking the questions of this manipulation. Is it manipulative, or is it mental illness, or whatever the heck it is? But are you with me or are you against me? And as wives, and as husband and wife, we're supposed to be there for each other and be together. We're supposed to win together. And that's just having that conversation without throwing guilt and shame and blame and all that other stuff out there.
All right, so yeah. So you see there are some serious considerations here, and especially for you as the man, right? Because if you're the man and you are the imam of your family, that means, again, the leader of your family, and you're supposed to be moving in a direction that somebody threatens, whether that is, an actual thing, a person to follow through with, or if it is just a threat to try to have an ultimatum or weighing, control over you, which is that emotional manipulation part. Or again, you sleep with the enemy. This is one of the reasons many are like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and marry without her knowing and just do it like that because it's none of her business. Now, there are ulama that say that that's fine. It is what it is, right? But I know it's not best practices to do regardless. I mean, for the family moving forward and everything else, especially when the children are involved. Mm-hmm. However, the question you have to really come to is whether or not you as the man are going to continue to be the man, or if you are not, are you going to let resentment grow? Because now that impacts you on several different levels. I dealt with brothers who sat in coaching sessions and had tears well up because now they're questioning, one, respect, two, loyalty. These two characteristics are extremely important to masculine men. All right, these are extremely important, not only because who you are as a man and what you want, but it's important when it comes to your lineage. There are short shows like Paternity Court or Maury Povich, and You Are Not the Father. You see men get broken apart, dealing with women who claim that the children are theirs. You see men that have been taking care of children that haven't been theirs, that they thought were theirs, but they weren't. Mm-hmm. So this type of thing leads to a whole, not just a range of different emotions in men that tend to come out as anger and rage and so on. Or for the men who capitulate to this type of behavior, it minimizes them and dismisses them as men. It cuts off the nuts, just to be frank. All right. So you have to determine whether or not it's worth it. You take risks every single day. Are you willing to be with someone who resentment will build for and control your decision as a man with something that is allowed to you that is going to get you more barakah? The reason I say it's going to get you more barakah, the Prophet ﷺ says, every morsel of food that you put in your wife's mouth, you get a blessing for. Well, you have two wives. Does that mean you get double the blessings? Yeah. And if marriage is half your deen and you're providing for more and you're being stretched more, see, many women are absolutely okay with their men being half men. All right, because the Quran lets us know you can marry 2 or 3 or 4. But if you feel you can't be just, you can't do justice, then 1. That's all it says. It doesn't say 1 is better. It just says if you feel you can't do justice, then 1. And clearly that's better for you because Al-Hakim said it. Many women will prefer that their man is not able to do any type of justice. So therefore, allowing other women to go ahead and suffer and not have the ability to have a husband. So you need to recognize, many people won't recognize until they have this polygyny discussion with the woman that they are going to marry or they are married to, where that loyalty of that person stands. Is it for their own personal individualism and self-satisfaction? Or is it to be the supportive person for a husband? Because they're not partners, they're your wives. You're the man. So that must be weighed. Now, there's a whole process that goes with that. We can't really address the full thing in this short live that we're about to wrap up. But that's where we go into more detail in the community with men's issues, because it's important to decide whether or not you are going to be a man, or you're going to allow resentment to grow. You're going to do other things that you're not addressing that will make you look like a coward by doing, things without courage. So yeah, there's that part, but that's very, very important to see. And also, women, we onto that game of emotional manipulation. We letting people know about it. You better not say it unless, and if you get your car get pulled, you better have a plan.